Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to our Sunday evening live stream. So hello, good evening to all of you, and yes, thank you for being here on our Sunday evening live stream. Very, very busy at the moment, so I see we've got 31 concurrent viewers. Big thank you to all of you for being with us on this Sunday evening. So we're going to be having a chat, going to be here for the next hour or so, going to be having a nice chat. I'll go through the live chat, see what you're all saying, and of course we will be doing some screen capturing as well. So we're going to have a look at the latest observations from XE Weather. We'll have a look at this morning's ECM ensembles for days 10 and days 14. We're going to also have a look at the 12Z, because that's a little bit later with the stream now. So we'll have a look at 12Z, GFS, GM and UK Met. And there is going to be something for winter as well. We're going to be looking at CANSIPS for winter of 2020-21 and possibly CFSV2 as well. We may be pushing it a little bit for time, but I'm definitely going to show you CANSIPS. We may also be able to fit in the CFSV2 as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on this Sunday evening. I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday evening. Did you all clap for the NHS an hour ago? I hope you did. Yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday evening, though. Got 33 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this evening. Don't forget to smash your like button, not literally, of course, but don't forget to give us a like and let YouTube know that you're enjoying the live stream. So I'm going to give you the dates that I'm going to be off, so I'll do that first of all. You know that I'm going to take a little bit of a break. So I'm going to be taking off the days from Monday the 13th of July to Saturday the 18th of July. So the last live stream, or my last day, and the last thing that I do will be the live stream next Sunday, and then the first thing I do will be the following Sunday, which I think is going to be the 19th. I'll do the live stream for that as well. So they're going to be the dates. So only a few days. So it's not going to be too long. Monday the 13th to Saturday the 18th. I'm going to have a nice rest. Don't go away anywhere, because we're still more or less in lockdown, aren't we? But I'll have a nice rest and a bit of a relax here at GavsWeatherVids Towers, and maybe I'll go into the garden. Now, there will be a couple of videos coming up in that week, so I've asked Savvy if he could do the 5-day forecast and the 7-day forecast for me on the Wednesday and the Saturday. So there will be a couple of videos that will be appearing on the Wednesday and on the Saturday, 5-day and 7-day forecast, and Savvy's going to do that for me. So thank you so much to Savvy for doing a couple of forecasts for me on the Wednesday and the Saturday that I am going to be having a break. I am ready for a rest. I am ready for a bit of a break. I've been working very, very hard, and I'm not getting any younger. So I am ready to have a little bit of a break, have a little bit of a rest, and yeah. So I won't be recording up later. I'll probably still at the website at GavsWeatherVids.com. I'll probably still update the morning summary. So I probably will still do that. It may be updated later than normal. I normally update it like between 9 and 10 o'clock, but the time that it gets updated may be later than normal, but I probably will still keep that going, just update the morning summary, but I won't be recording or uploading during those days. I'm going to give the voice and the fruit a rest, and just generally have a bit of a chill. I think chill out a little bit for a few days, and get off the grind. We're up to 60 concurrent viewers, so thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. I think it's going to be a pretty big stream. If I don't do anything else as well, I just want to say, and can we all say happy birthday to Mrs. Partridge? Mrs. Partridge, my mum, is going to have a birthday tomorrow. So if everybody in the live chat can say happy birthday to Mrs. Partridge, that would be absolutely lovely. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, let's see who's with us then. So very, very busy in the chat. Of course, when it's this busy, I'm not going to be able to get through everybody's questions and posts and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just going to get through as many as I can. super chat is enabled for this live stream, so that will flag up your post and your comment and your question and whatnot. So super chat is enabled, and that flagged it up to me. Otherwise, just a case of going through the live chat as usual and seeing what you're all saying. Okay, so who's with us then? Well, first in is Sani. Sani is with us. So good evening, Sani. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Iceman is with us as well, saying good evening, Gav, and everyone. So good evening to Iceman. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Luke R is with us as well. Good evening, Luke. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Who else have we got with us? Moderator Savvy is with us. Savvy's been cooking his tea. He's with us moderating the live stream. So if everyone can say thank you to Savvy for moderating the live stream, that's going to be absolutely great. I am rushing through it. I've got a lot of screen capturing to do, so I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can. Nikki Patterson is with us, saying afternoon, everyone. So good afternoon, Nikki. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, or this evening, I suppose it is now, really, is it? Weather is Cool is with us. Hi, Weather is Cool. Thank you so much for tuning in to our live stream this evening. That's absolutely fantastic. James Hunt is with us, saying hi, Gab. Been a cold and windy day today with some heavy showers and a few sunny spells. Temperatures only reached 15 degrees. It's been a bit autumnal, hasn't it? Just hit 70 concurrent viewers, by the way, so thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this evening. Yeah, it's been a bit autumnal, hasn't it, today? Strong winds, but nice and bright here, but definitely a bit of a flavour of autumn in the air today. James also saying this is the worst July I've ever known. Any better weather for Northern England anytime soon? I'm sorry to hear it's the worst July you've ever known, James. It's not been as bad as some Julys that I've known here in Northants, but I think it has been worse further north. We're going to have a look at 12's Edge shortly. If you saw GavsWeatherVids Sunny Roundup that we released a couple of hours ago, you'll know that by the time you get through to the middle of July, there are a few hints of higher pressure, maybe, but we'll have a look at that a little bit later on. Okay, who else is with us? So, Iceman saying temperatures in below 20s where I am, felt cooler than that in Wimbo. Yeah, it's felt autumnal in Northants. Iceman definitely has. DS is with us. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sammy. Quite a nice day in Cambridge today. Bright and breezy, perhaps a bit too, but it's been very windy. We hit 80 concurrent viewers. So, again, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. Yeah, it's been that sort of day. It's been windy. It's been autumnal. Definitely has. Definite flavour of autumn in the air. But at least the sun's been shining. If everybody can like the video, by the way, like the live stream, let YouTube know that you're enjoying it. That would be absolutely fantastic. The amazing Marcus guy is with us, saying, evening Gab, bit windy for the clap for the NHS today. Yeah, it's been pretty blowy, hasn't it, Mark? But hopefully everybody has done the clapping for the NHS and had a nice day. DSN, I think it's going to be another exciting live stream. Hopefully we'll be able to keep everybody entertained. DS Duncan is with us. Hi Gav, hi all. Much brighter day today. I think the QBO might go into easterly at the end of it, like 988. Did you all see GavsWeatherVids Sunday Roundup? We have more on the QBO. I had quite a long section on the QBO in GavsWeatherVids Sunny Roundup. Around 10 minutes we did on the QBO, and there's still so much uncertainty about what's going on with the QBO. Are we going to see a failure of the Eastleigh QBO? Are we having a failure of the Eastleigh QBO? Or will we see the Eastleigh QBO coming back? Let me know what you think is going to happen. I'm very unsure about where this is going, I have to say. It's going to be fascinating to see how things are. I think July and August are going to be very, very pivotal to this. If the Wesley QBO starts really powering up, then we might get off into Wesley QBO phase by the time we get into the autumn. Conversely, though, we could just linger around this neither sort of Wesley or Eastleigh QBO phase that we're currently in. And if that happens, then we might see the Eastleigh coming back, might see the Eastleigh QBO coming back. I think July and August will be quite pivotal, though. Gareth Latham is with us. So good evening, Gareth. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream this evening. DS is saying good thing about the windy, sunny weather is washing line was dry. Yeah, good drying data, as long as you can keep the washing pegged to the line. Of course. DS also asked me about the tooth, so it's got better on its own, actually, DS. It'll settle down on its own for the time being. Anyway, I assume whatever was wrong, you know, it's still wrong with it. So I'm going to the dentist on Wednesday. We'll see what they make of me. And we'll see on Wednesday, because I'm supposed to be live streaming on Wednesday night, again at 6 o'clock. So hopefully I won't have to have anything too radical done to the tooth on Wednesday, or else I may not be able to live stream. But it has settled down a lot anyway, so that's good. Thank you so much for asking me about that. Mark Kanish, hi going. Hope you're well. I'm good. Is it true that the pattern's similar to 1990? If we get very hot, the models can't always pick up on exceptional weather. The first half of this summer has probably been quite similar to 1990, yes, and we was expecting that. So we have had a mixed June, and so now we're waiting to see whether the Azores High comes back. Will the Azores High start to come back and power up as we go off into the second half of the summer? So kind of like third, fourth week of July through August. That's what we're going to be waiting to see. I think the first part of this summer has been quite similar to 1990, but now we're reaching the tricky part, of course, because the hottest part of 1990 was like the second half of June and through into August, second half of July, I should say, and through into August. So we're coming to the crunch, really, with this summer over the next 3-4 weeks. Going to be crunch time for the summer, and also for the summer forecast, and for the QBO as well. It's all coming in together. Going to be exciting to see what happens. Okay, let's see who else we've got. Phoebe, a question saying, hi everyone, and Gav, is it true that it's quite rare for a good August to follow a poor July? Also wishing Miss P a happy birthday for tomorrow. Thank you so much, Phoebe, a question. I'll pass it on to Mrs. P, don't worry. Yes, it is. If you have a poor July, it's quite unusual to have a hot August, but it's not unheard of that could happen. Similar in winter, I suppose. So if you have a very mild January, it's quite unusual to have a very cold February, but it can happen. A poor July wouldn't totally rule out the chance of a good August, but it's quite unusual for it to happen. What we're looking for this summer is like for July to be transitional. So at the moment we're still in the rather mixed pattern that we've had for June. We're looking to see if we get the transition through this July towards more of an Azores High and drier weather, if you see what I mean. So we're looking for this July to be transitional. But if it's a really bad July, if it carries on as it has been throughout the whole month, then it would be quite unusual for August to suddenly start picking up. Okay, who else is with us? So, loads of you conversing in the live chat, so we want you to get involved with one another in the live chat and have a good conversation as well. You can speak to me, of course, but we also want you to speak to one another as well. Mark is asking me, do you also think that QBO will be okay? Let's hope so. I'm very unsure where the QBO is going at the moment, Mark, so that will be revealed in the next couple of months, and all will be revealed. Aidan is with us, Aidan Majid, saying, holla, chaps. Good evening to you, Aidan. Thank you so much for being with us. Brian Taylor is with us. Hi, I'm new. Good evening, Brian. We always love to see new names in the live chat, so thank you so much for being with us this evening. Are you the Brian Taylor that I know from the Weather Outlook? There was a Brian Taylor who used to post on the Weather Outlook forum many years ago. Really, really lovely man and a good friend of mine. But I haven't seen Brian for a very long time. So maybe you're another Brian Taylor. Maybe you are the Brian Taylor that I know from the Weather Outlook. Let me know in your live chat. But thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Okay, Shiram is with us. Good evening, Gavin. So good evening, Shiram. Thank you so much for being with us. Duncan is asking, can we make it to 100? You never know, Duncan. We have had a few streams a couple of weeks ago that got to 100 concurrent. That's backed off a little bit over the last couple of streams, but we'll see. When we start doing the screen capturing, we'll see what happens. We will be doing some screen capturing in around 10 minutes' time. We're going to look at late observations, let's see weather. We'll have a look at the ECM ensembles from the Icelandic Met Office. We're going to look at the 12Z, and we'll have a look at some winter 2020-21 data, and that will all be coming your way very, very shortly. Right, let's pull the glasses down and see who else is with us. City Andy is with us. Good evening, Andy. Thank you so much for being with us. And Lisa Cotton is with us as well. Brian saying, I was finding some weather channels and then I found this. Well, thank you so much, Brian, for being with us this evening. It's absolutely amazing that you've joined our live stream. Thank you so much for doing that. Right, let's carry on down and see what else you are saying. So, Shelley, the pet app is saying, so hello everyone. Hey, Gav, 7K. Yeah, we reached 7K last week, Shelley. So thanks for everybody who got us to 7K. That's absolutely incredible. Next time going to be 8K, of course. How long will it take us to get to 8K? Will we be able to do it by the end of the year? We shall see. I'm not setting any more targets, though, by the way. No more targets for the time being. To 82 concurrent viewers, hello and good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for being with us. Shiram is saying, very windy today, more like October than July. Yeah, it really has been, Shir. It's been very, very autumnal. Today. Craig saying it's 6 p.m, it's Gav time. The wind has really picked up here in London. It's been very, very blowy in Northants as well. Craig, yeah, 6 o'clock, Sunday or Wednesday, 6 o'clock. That's the live stream time, and I just hope that it works for everybody. I know Sunday at 5 was like my regular slot, really, but I wanted to have a Wednesday and the Sunday live streams together, so people didn't have to remember which day was 5 and which day was 6. I think it just works better for everybody, really, if we have both the streams at the same time at 6 o'clock. So hopefully it works for everyone. Tom J WIX is with us. Evening, Gary. So good evening, Tom. Okay, who else is with us? Michael Hill is with us, saying, let it snow. You're a little bit in the wrong time of the year, I'm afraid, Michael. Unless you go down to the southern hemisphere, I suppose. Chair Wood is with us. I haven't seen you for a while, Chair. Thank you so much for being with us. I love you, Gav. Well, that's very kind. Thank you, Chair, for that. Okay, who else is with us? Funniest comment is with us. How does the La Nina affect the winter? If La Nina gets very strong, then it would tend to favour a mild, wet, windy and zonal winter. Weak La Nina tends to favour a colder winter. So if you want a colder winter, you want La Nina to be weak or to stay weak. If it starts powering up and running off into a very strong event, then start thinking about winters such as 1988 and 1989, for example. Our current concurrent viewers are getting very close to 90, so this is turning into a really big stream once again. Okay, who else is with us? Adam Turner. Hey, Gav, very windy day. Felt more like autumn than summer. Yes, it did. Hit 90 concurrent. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting us to 90 concurrent. Yes, it did, Adam. It's felt very, very autumnal today. Right, let's have a look. Neil Cutler is with us. Afternoon all, winds still gusting away, very unseasonal and clouded up. Some pleasant sunshine earlier on. Yeah, it's been that sort of day, Neil. Windy, sun in and out. Quite an autumnal sort of feel. Darth Vader is with us. So good evening, Vader. Thank you so much for joining our live stream tonight. So also, let's see who else is with us. We have got Scouse Git with us saying light. So, okay, thank you, Scouse. We've also got James Jukebox saying, go to the Costa del Garden, Gav. Yeah, well, it just depends whether we have any nice weather, though, doesn't it, really? But yes, I'll be trying to get into the garden, I think, if the weather is nice. Now, a very, very busy chat. Absolutely amazing how busy the chat is. We are over 90 concurrent viewers. This is turning into a very, very busy stream indeed. And I see that I have also had a super chat. We love a super chat, don't we? So, who has chatted? Who has super chatted? It's Darren Lewis. My good friend Darren has given me a super chat. Thank you so much, Darren, for that. That's absolutely amazing. Incredible. Thank you so much, Darren, for your super chat. I don't think you've asked anything. Don't think you wanted to ask anything. You're just saying, keep it up. Thank you so much, Darren, for your super chat. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you for doing that, my friend. Okay, let's have a look at one or two more. We are going to do some screen capturing very soon. So let's see what else you're saying. I've got to go so far back. This is going to be a very, very active stream. Okay, Sharon saying, hello Gavin, do you know how Southern Oscillation Index is worked out yet? I don't got time to go through that, Sharon. Maybe I'll have to do a tutorial about it. This is too busy stream really to go into something very, very involved about that. It's measuring air pressures between Darwin and Tahiti, but that's basically all we need to know, but of course there's a lot more involved in that. I'm not going to have time to go into a very, very in-depth answer for this video. Right, who else is with us? Ben Enty is with us. Happy birthday. This is Mrs. P. Happy birthday from Ben Enty. Happy birthday from Tom WJX. Weather is Cool is saying happy birthday as well. Chris Clifford is saying, evening Gav, let's hope we don't have a repeat of winter 2015-16. Let's hope not, Chris. Max is saying happy birthday. And we've also got Lisa Cotton saying happy birthday as well. Kevin Barber is saying, evening everybody, been lovely, lively day here in North Essex. The wind has been blowing a gale, but a muggy feeling day. Potting in the garden now, making the most of the limited sun on offer. Enjoy the garden, Kevin. Enjoy it. Yes, it's been very blowy today. Are we going to get this to 100 concurrent? We're getting quite close to it. Adam Turner is saying happy birthday, and also Katrine is saying happy birthday. Thank you, Adam and Katrine, for being with us. Neil is saying, afternoon, Andy, was excellent to... so that's a conversation going on between Neil and Andy. I think Chris Clifford is saying a happy birthday to Mrs. Partridge, and Brian Taylor is saying happy birthday as well. Craig is saying happy birthday, and Steele is saying happy birthday as well. Iceman is saying happy birthday too. Savvy is saying happy birthday, Mrs. P, and Shiram saying happy birthday. Andy is telling me it's his birthday on Saturday, so we'll give you a birthday shout out next weekend, Andy. Give your birthday shout out on Sunday's live stream next week, shall we? Chris Ailing is saying happy birthday. Neil Cutler is saying happy birthday. James Akron, our analogs guru, is saying happy birthday as well. So many birthday wishes. You're all absolutely lovely. So thank you so much to all of you for your birthday wishes. And Andy is saying happy birthday, Mrs. P. Okay, Weather is Cool is saying as soon as I typed it, it ticked up. Not sure what that relates to. So I mean, it's so busy in the live chat. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this evening. We will do that screen capturing very, very shortly, and we'll have a look and see what's going on with late observations and the 12Z, and also some winter 2020-21 data as well. Been a very busy day for me. Richard is with us. My good friend Richard Trott is with us, saying still gusting 25 miles an hour here on the east coast. So yeah, been so blowy today, Rich. Thank you for joining our live stream. Adam is saying been some downpours in Cumbria hopefully July will get better. We're going to have a look at 12Z very shortly. Tim Chapman is with us saying Cornwall holiday next week. So good luck, Tim. Hope you have some nice weather. We're going to have a look at 12Z very shortly. Oh, Savvy's washing has flew off the line. That's not good. You have to double peg. When it's windy like this, make sure you double peg, Savvy. So yeah, you have to double up when it's windy like this, or else it goes off. Weather is cool. He's saying he's laughing about Savvy's washing blown away. Darth Vader is saying, let's hope we have a cold winter. We shall see, Vader. Maybe you can use the Force and give us a cold winter. Matthew Richards is saying happy birthday to Mrs. Partridge, and Graham Latham. He's saying wet summer will favour a cold winter. Not necessarily, Gareth. You might think so, but not necessarily. Not really. Carl H is saying, when did we last have a good August? Genuinely struggling. 2003 was the last really hot August. 2003 was a very, very hot August, and we haven't had an 18 Celsius CET August since then. Have had a couple that's been okay with CETs in the 17s, but we haven't had a really traditional hot August since 2003. Okay, so I think I've caught up with most of the comments there. Again, so many comments coming through. It's absolutely incredible. So I'm going to leave it there, though. So I've got to Darren's super chat. I'll leave it there, and we'll do a little bit of screen capturing. Okay, let's just answer this one. Shelley is asking me, Gav, what's your top tip for people who are beginning to understand the weather? My friend Petipa H will be here soon. Okay, I'll look out for Petipa, Shelley. As far as my top tip, I would just say join a couple of forums. Maybe join. NetWeather can be a little bit wild at times. So there can be regular sort of bust-ups and arguments on the NetWeather forum. I probably shouldn't be saying this. I'll be getting myself into trouble. But NetWeather can be a little bit, like that. So maybe join a nice quiet weather forum that's not too prone to arguments and things. And keep an eye on the BBC as well. Keep an eye on the UK Met. They do very, very simple forecasts. The Met Office channel, YouTube channel. So keep an eye on that. You will gradually pick up the terminology, and you'll begin to understand how weather fronts and low pressure and high pressure, things like that, interact. I think the videos that I'm doing are okay as well for people who are starting out. Hopefully the videos we do to GavsWeatherVids are they're able to be followed by people who don't have an understanding of weather, and also people who are quite knowledgeable about the weather. So hopefully we cater to the full range, and just generally maybe record weather. Get yourself a little weather station, something like that, so you start recording what the weather is doing in your location on a daily basis, and gradually you will pick up more and more. And the BBC forecasts are very, very good, particularly if they're still doing it WeatherView in late in the evening, and the Countryfile weekend forecast, that's also a good one, goes quite in depth, and gradually you will pick it up. But those would be my tips for a beginner, really, to start things off. Okay, right, so gonna be a very busy stream, this one. It has been a very busy stream. We're nearly halfway through, so shall we do that little bit of screen capture that I've been talking about? Let's do it. So here we go. What I'm going to do is turn off the so we're going to have to turn off the image. That's gone. I'm going to get rid of the webcam for this section as well. We're going to display capture, and we shall head off. We're going to head off to XC Weather first of all. So this is latest observation from XC Weather. We'll run through this very quickly, I think. So currently temperatures are at 21 degrees. So we've got 21 there at Headcorn Aerodrome. Otherwise, we're sort of upper teens to mid teens to Western Aerodromes at 16. Norwich is at 20. over to Sunny Bridge. It's only 13 there. It gets a lot cooler the further northwest you go. Leeds at just 14. Capel Currig at just 13. Gets even worse both further north. Vestelmuir is at just 10. And Tulloch Bridge is at 11. Los Glascarnock is at 10. And over to Northern Ireland, Belfast is at 13. Let's go down to Republic. Gerting is at 13. Can we find Dublin there? So I think that's probably one of the Dublin weather stations, is it? So Oak Park, Carlow is at 14. It's pretty cool, especially the further north and west you go. The warmest weather is in the southeast. Not particularly brilliant though with the temperatures. This is the option that was on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, 240 hours for the 15th of July. And all members of the ECM ensembles were going for a ridge of high pressure to be very close to the country around the 15th of July. So high pressure comes back around the middle part of the month. Some higher pressure coming back. And yes, so we turn warmer and drier there with all members of the ECM ensembles in around 10 days' time, or probably before 10 days' time. This is going to refresh, isn't it? So there we go. So these are the options that we have for 2 weeks' time, which gets us to the 20th of July. 16 members of the ECM ensembles in this top left-hand box just here shows low pressure over the top of the country, quite unsettled. 14 in this middle top box has a ridge of high pressure from the Atlantic to Northern Europe. 11 in this top right-hand box just here has a mid-Atlantic ridge, a trough of low pressure to our east. That's going to be cool and a little bit showering. And 10 just here suggesting a mid-Atlantic ridge and probably some sort of weak trough in this bottom left-hand box. Probably quite a weakish trough there. So maybe hinting at only a brief sort of settled into around middle part of the month. But as we go into the third week of the month, possibly the ECM ensembles wanting to turn it a little bit more unsettled once again. Right, I'm going to have a look at 12Z. So, as we've been doing this live stream, the GFS 12Z has been updating at Wetter Central. I had an email yesterday where somebody was taking me to task about not using the German terminology for Wetter Central. So, I should be saying, I suppose, Wetter Central. But I'm going to stick to Wetter Central. Sorry to that person who emailed me. Meteo Ciel should be Meteo Ciel. Meteo Ciel should be the pronunciation. But I'm going to stick to Meteo Ciel. Sorry to that person who I'm getting on. But I'm annoying with my not getting the correct German and French pronunciation of Wetter Central. Okay, so this is how the GFS is looking for Tuesday, and I'm in a mischievous mood again today. Has anybody noticed that? I'm in a mischievous mood in today's live stream, and I've only been drinking tea as well before anybody says anything. Right, so Wednesday, got a ridge of high pressure down to our southwest, some lower pressure is out to the northwest. As we go through to the second half of this coming week, it turns more unsettled. Then this is for GFS 12Z. Try and get a little bit serious now. So in the second half of next week, it turns a little bit more unsettled with low pressure dominating. That low gets out of the way, and then we start to build up an area of high pressure from the southwest. So by this time next week, we're under a nice ridge of high pressure, turning drier and warmer. So again, this is the mid-month sort of return of summer that we are seeing within a lot of model output at the moment. That ridge sticks around as we move up towards day 10. So yes, plenty of dry and quite warm weather there as we get up towards day 10, which gets us 20th to 15th of July. We've got a nice ridge extending from the Azores up to Scandinavia. So this is really a return of summer. This will be lifting temperatures at least to the mid, if not the upper 20s Celsius. And we keep things pretty dry and warm then into for a couple of days. We only start to turn more unsettled. Look at this. We get to the 19th of July and we begin to bring low pressure back. So again, seesawing summer this, swinging between unsettled and settled weather. We end up with this GFS run back under a bit of a ridge of high pressure once again. So turning a little bit drier and warmer right at the very, very end again. But we do get around 5, maybe 6 days of summer coming back around the middle part of the month with the GFS. Let's have a look next at the UK Met. I always have a job to see the UK Met. Let's have a look at the UK Met. So here we go again. Low pressure is in off the Atlantic on Wednesday. We go through to Thursday and into Friday as well. Winds turning to the northwest, it turns showery. And then we get to the very end of UK Met off run, which only gets us to 144 hours, and the ridges begin to move in from the Atlantic. So next weekend is when the ridge begins to make its move. This is Saturday, the 11th of July. Ridge is starting to make its move, and that's beginning to go towards drier weather. Let's also then, shall we, have a look at what else can we look at? So we can't look at the ECM. Let's have a look at GM. Finally, then, so have a look at the gem, and then we'll show you the latest CANSIPS update for the winter of 2020-21. So this is how CANSIPS is looking for Wednesday. Low pressure seen off the Atlantic, still relatively changeable. There we go into Thursday, again with low pressure very, very close to the country. Into Friday, that low pressure clears way to the east, but ridge starts to pull in from the west, and heading up towards next weekend. Here comes the ridge again, turning things a lot drier. High pressure takes over, becomes drier and warmer through next weekend, and these drier, warmer conditions then stick around as we go up towards day 10 with the GM, possibly just breaking things down as early as day 10 with the GM, which is Wednesday the 15th of July. So the GM wants to break down that higher pressure quite quickly, but GFS has it for around 5 or 6 days. We shall know around 8 o'clock, around an hour and a half's time, what the ECM is forecasting. But they're the latest, that's the latest from the 12s there, but we have so far. Right, winter 2020-21. This, I suspect, is what a lot of you have been waiting for, so I won't keep you waiting any longer. Here we go then. This is the mean solar pressure anomaly from CANSIPS via tropical tidbits. Again, I hope everybody can see this okay. I'll perhaps just pull it out just a little bit more. Maybe I'll pull it out a little bit more. Hopefully you'll all see it's okay. So, this is August. High pressure is forecast to be to the west of us in August. Low pressure come over here. Don't worry about the H's and the L's, by the way. Ignore those. It's the colours you have to focus on. So, low pressure is across much of northern Europe in August. High pressure is out to our west. That could be quite a cool and unsettled August. If that comes off, GavsWeatherVids summer forecast is a bust. September looks very unsettled with a deep area of low pressure. Excuse me, deep area of low pressure over the top of the country. So an unsettled, wet September. Probably quite cool too. October takes high pressure up to the north, so we get northern blocking setting up in October. Quite a large area of high pressure around Greenland, Iceland. Turns the winds into the east. That would be quite dry, of course, because the Atlantic is blocked off, but it could be a bit on the cold side, actually, with winds coming in from the northeast. November is westerly. November, CANSIPS is forecasting a westerly November. High pressure to our south. Low pressure is out to the north and the northwest, so zonal sort of November. That's December. It doesn't look very good if you want a cold winter, or a cold month, I suppose. Got high pressure to our south, low pressure to our northwest. Winds are coming in from a westerly direction still. There's a bit of a suggestion of higher pressure towards Scandinavia, but I think for us, really, it's that zonal flow that's dominating in December. That's January, so there is a little bit of cold potential with that, but it's still low pressure dominated. The low is kind of the jet stream is coming southwards a little bit. The low, the jet stream is like on a northwest-southeast trajectory even, and so that could be a little bit on the cool and unsettled side. So it could be a little bit cooler, wintry, cold wintry in January. However, it's not a classic cold month. There's very little in the way of January northern blocking, so it's not a classic cold month. But with northwest southeast alignment to the jet stream and low pressure sort of taking a bit of a southerly track, that could have a bit of wintry potential in January. And then February goes really mild again. High pressure sets up to our south, low pressure to our north. That's an early spring for February. So a bit of a disappointing update this month for anybody who wants a cold winter from CANSIPS. Bear in mind, it's very early days. And again, I shouldn't really be showing you this winter data, to be honest. But again, when I started doing the live streams at the beginning of the lockdown, I said we'd show winter data and we'd have a bit of fun and we'd have a laugh. And so I'm going to carry and stick to that, carry on, stick to that. But there we go. That's what CANSIPS is showing this month. March also is rather westerly, and again, no particularly cold weather signal for March. And let's have a look at CFSV2. So CFS has been doing some quite interesting stuff just lately. This is at the weatheroutlook.com. Please check out the Weather Outlook website of my good friend Brian Gay's. Done so much to help me with GavsWeatherVids. Please check out these charts. And they update every day, so there's always something new to look at. And yeah, please check out Weather Outlook. Okay, so this is the 500 millibar height anomaly for August with high pressure over Scandinavia. This is very different, by the way, to CANSIPS. High pressures over Scandinavia, dominate across Northern Europe. That's a warm and a dry August. So GavsWeatherVids summer forecast is back in business with the CFS after being in the doldrums with CANSIPS, and that's just for month number 1 for August. September looking rather Western Atlantic driven. Could we have an unsettled September this year? Certainly there's a bit of a trend there, I think. There's been quite a bit of a model output for this September to be rather autumnal. Of course, we tend to associate September with often being a continuation of summer. We have had some cooler Septembers recently, though, and some more unsettled Septembers recently. So maybe this is going to be like a cooler and more unsettled September than we've had for a while. October has high pressure out in the Atlantic, low pressure is over towards Scandinavia, winds are in from the north, so that could be a rather coldish October, to be honest. Again, northerly, northwesterly winds, and so quite a chilly sort of October. November looks anticyclonic with a ridge very close to country. There's a little bit of high pressure up towards Greenland, though, so this possibly isn't that warmer ridge. This could be quite a coldish ridge that is over us in November. Maybe cold and dry. Could we have a cooler autumn? It's been a very long time since we've had a genuine, a genuine cold autumn. So maybe that could be what the CFS is hinting at. December looks like that. So this is a milder sort of pattern, although it has got quite a big Scandinavian high. There's a high pressure over Scandinavia, but we've closest low pressure just out to our west. So that's bringing in like an Atlantic flow for December. So today, December is looking a little bit milder with the CFS. However, look what happens in January. That Scandinavian high really powers up, and we've got high pressure sitting over and to our northeast. Winds are probably in from the east. That could be a cold January. As I say, the CFS at the moment is regularly doing quite interesting things. If you do check out these charts, they update daily at the Weather Outlook. Check out these charts. You will see that at the moment the CFS is doing some quite interesting stuff for the winter. I'll say no more than that, but January looks potentially quite cold to me there with the high pressure centred over Scandinavia. And then potentially even colder for February. So the high pressure goes to Greenland then. That's genuine northern blocking and proper sort of negative AO, NAO type pattern with low pressure on a southerly track. Jet stream is on a southerly track. And yeah, it could be really quite cold and wintry in February. Very, very interesting. March as well keeps it pretty cold up to the north. Keeps it pretty cold. There's high pressure up to the north. Do you want to see how that works out in terms of overall charts? I can show you that. So that's based on the CFS midnight run. And so I can show you. We're going to start on November. So this is the CFS midnight run from Meteociel or Meteociel. So this is the midnight run, starting on the 1st of November. High pressure is very close to the country. We'll rattle through this very, very quickly. So we go into like a westerly through the opening days of November, and then we move in towards the middle part of the month. We start to get colder. So we begin to pull the high pressure out to our west. We turn the winds into the north. And it begins to go colder there through the middle part of November. We've got low pressure in the North Sea, high pressure out to the west, winds are in. from a northerly direction with the CFS midnight run, the charts of which we just looked at from Weather Outlook were based on this run. Right, let's carry on further through November, and that low pressure moves away. It's cold though still. High pressure begins to edge back in from off the Atlantic, then starts to go towards Scandinavia, so begin to bring in some easterly winds. So potentially quite a wintry spell actually there through November, eventually milder, going into southwesterlies by the 23rd of November. That takes us into a milder and wetter and windier spell of weather as we come to the end of November. Right, this is taking us into December then. So we find that low pressure still coming in from the Atlantic through the opening days of December with that CFSV2 run, generally mild and quite unsettled through the first week of December. That low pressure gets out of the way. The ridge builds up from the southwest. That starts to turn us drier, and then we're back into those westerlies. So not particularly good through the first half of December for anybody who wants cold weather. Quite a mild and westerly zonal first half of December. However, we know things are going to get more interesting from the charts we've just been looking at. Moving up towards Christmas, high pressure is away to our southwest. So here we go. Moving up towards Christmas, and the high pressure is beginning to pull out into the Atlantic as we head towards Christmas. It's starting to get quite interesting. This is the eve of Christmas Eve with high pressure moving up to Greenland, low pressure diving down the North Sea. That's bringing very cold and potentially quite snowy weather as we move up to the beginning of, move up to the start of Christmas. Christmas Eve, cold and wintry. Look at that. Winds in from the northeast. There'd be snow in the north and the east, and it would be very cold too. Christmas Day is cold as well. Winds are in from the east or the northeast, and that's a wintry old Christmas that we've got going on there. It carries on after Christmas as well. So between Christmas and New Year, again, snow and easterly winds and very cold temperatures. Yes, there we go. Another CFS run is giving us a cold Christmas. We looked at this last week, didn't we? We had a cold Christmas showing up. Stays cold up to New Year, and then let's see what happens as we go beyond that. So then the high pressure goes further north and we start to re-establish east winds. So this is like up to the 7th of January. This is like a 2-week spell of very cold weather. Begins just before Christmas, still going on 7th of January. Winds are in from the east again. That's bringing more snow with it. Then we get to the middle of January and it's starting to turn milder. Winds are going into the west, and it's going milder there through the middle of January. So a thaw is taking place. We're losing the coldest of the weather, and we're thawing things out into mild, wet, windy, Atlantic-driven stuff around the middle part of January. We'll carry on to the end of January, see what happens. Does it get colder again? Let's see. So we begin to get high pressure starting to try and get going over Scandinavia again. However, low pressure continues to be driving in from January, still driving in from the Atlantic. So the second half of January is quite a lot milder. First half of January is cold. Second half is milder. We should see things getting colder again into February though, as we saw with the Weather Outlook charts. So here we go. 2nd of February, high pressure is beginning to rebuild over Scandinavia. Is that going to get the wind into the east? There's a very deep cold pool that's coming out of Russia, covering many parts of Europe. We're just generally quite cold and dry here, with a Scandinavian high bringing in easterly winds. Let's see what goes on after that. So, yeah, we stay pretty cold. High pressure remains from the east. And then the high begins to move over towards Greenland. That's retrogression. The high's moving from Scandinavia to Greenland. Notice the southerly tracking areas of low pressure going into southern Europe by the second week of February. That's turning, going into a very prolonged cold spell of weather with low pressure for us bringing snow as well as we move into the middle part of February. Proper negative NAO type stuff. Stays cold into the second half of February too. High pressure is now sort of centered over the country, but the air mass is still very cold. And yeah, this is just a very cold February on this midnight CFS run. I shouldn't be showing you any of this, to be honest, but I'm sticking to what I said we'd do when we started the lockdown live streams. And yeah, this is a very cold February with quite a bit of snow and also a lot of frost. coming to the end of February. I won't go much further than this. Coming to the end of February, and still the suggestions there of a Scandinavian high, still trying to bring winds in from the east, and yeah, so that's a pretty cold winter from the CFSV2. Not continuously cold; it is a bit on off, but that's a cold winter that the CFS midnight run has forecast yet again. So do have a look at these charts for yourself at Meteosil and also at Weather Central, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. The screen share section got on very long time today, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Okay, so I'm going to head back to YouTube and we'll see what you've all been making of that. So I'm going to turn off the display capture. We'll put the image back, I think, and we'll also enable the webcam, and there we go. I'm back. Hello, and good evening to all of you. And let's move back over to YouTube, shall we, and see what you've all been making of that. So it's been a very, very busy stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. What a live stream this has been. So absolutely incredible, and the chat is so busy. Absolutely amazing how busy the chat has been. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for being with us. We're going to be here just a little bit longer. We'll wrap this up around 7 o'clock, I think, but I will go through the live chat and we'll see what you're saying. So as far back as I can go is to Iceman saying PV of Doom. So anybody who posted before that, I'm afraid because of how busy the chat has been, I'm not going to be able to see your comments. So if you ask a question or something before Iceman saying PV of Doom in February, if you ask a question and you would like it to be answered, then please post it again, because I can't go any further back. You know, you go a certain way back with the live chat at YouTube, and I can't go any further back than that comment. Iceman 2606 PV of Doom in February. I think that's related to CANSIPS. Okay, Richard's reminding us that it's just for fun. Yeah, indeed, it certainly is, Richard. Lisa is saying, let's hope it changes. Also, we've got Sharon saying, vile charts. It got better for CFS, though, didn't it? James is saying, not the most reliable model. Anyway, Carl H is saying, CANSIPS not the most, no, Carl H saying, brutal, just for fun. Gets better with the CFS, though. Jeffers Craft is with us. Good evening, Jeffers Craft. I hope you had a lovely Independence Day weekend, my friend. I hope it's been okay over there in California. Petipa is saying CANSIPS is a flip-flop model. You may laugh at that CFS strange consistent northern blocking signals this winter has never occurred for previous winters. CFS does seem to be consistent with its blocking. It's getting quite dark here in GavsWeatherVids towns. I may have to get and put the light on in a moment. Yeah, the CFS has been quite consistent with its northern blocking signals for this coming winter. Could be, but it's consistently wrong though. It might be. We shall see. Dylan is or was praying for the CFS. I think your prayers were maybe answered there, Dylan. Carl H. Watch the CFS revert to its usual extremely mild and wet default. I think Richard is saying not long till Halloween. Andy is saying CFS V2 is still on the spice, I see. Ben Ainty saying end of November could be cold. Shiram saying far better from the CFS. Yeah, definitely, Shiram. By the way, if anybody hasn't liked the video yet, please give us a thumbs up on the live stream and let us know that you have enjoyed it. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you could do that. Dylan saying please let it have some truth. CFS, I think. Adam saying always love the CFS. Richard saying CFSV2 is a tease, may be displeased when the time comes. Nice bit of rhyming there. Now I see from Savvy that we hit 100 concurrent. So we did indeed get our live stream to 100 concurrent viewers today. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to our live stream and to getting us to 100 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much to all of you. Okay, let's see what else we've got. So Iceman saying White Christmas. Richard saying White Christmas in red car. Vader is saying woohoo. We've got Duncan saying 1962. Not quite Duncan, but it's pretty cold at times with that CFS run. Jelma is saying, good evening all, great charts here. Thank you so much for being with us, Jelma. James Jukebox, Bing Crosby, yeah. Craig, wow, amazing charts. Global weather updates, holy. Good evening, Global Weather Updates. Thank you for being with us. Everybody can check out Global Weather Updates channel. That would be absolutely great as well. So thank you, Global Weather Updates, for being with us on our live stream tonight. Richard, Redcast Snowbound, Savvy, wow, a cold new year. Global Weather Updates, Beast from the East. We've definitely got to the CFS, I think, here, haven't we? We've definitely got to where I was showing you those charts from the CFS. I can definitely tell that we have. Shiram saying, looks severe for a while there. Yeah, it's pretty prolonged, that. Pretty prolonged, Shiram. With the cold, especially like that period from Christmas to like the second week of January. So it's like a 2 to 3 week very cold spell from Christmas to the second week of January, and then again through February. There is quite a moderate period in the second half of January that goes quite a bit milder. Nexin, snow. I really shouldn't be showing you this, all this stuff, should I? I'm going to get myself into trouble. I can see that if we have a very mild zonal winter. But when we went into the lockdown and we started bringing the live streams back, and I started doing more live streams than I've ever done before, I did say we'd have fun with it. I said we'd have a laugh. You know, it was grim times. It still is, really. I said we'd have a laugh and we'd have fun with live streams. And no one can say I haven't stuck to that. I've kept at it through these live streams over the past few months, and I'm going to keep sticking at it as well. And yeah, so I just hope that you're enjoying it. But please, everybody, just take it on board. But it is for fun. It's to have a laugh at. It's pinch of salt time. And yeah, so if you take it for what it is, then it's fine. But if we finish up with a mild zonal westerly winter again, don't tell me off again your hopes up, please. Adam Blunston saying, wow, weather is cool. We'll have to wait and see. Certainly will weather is cool. Winter 2020-21 updates are going to begin on the 6th of September. So they're getting ever closer. Sally, wouldn't that be a nice winter? Shiram, awake some chart for Feb. So many comments, absolutely incredible, the comments that we've had in this live stream. And again, I just can't go through everybody's comments, and I'm so sorry about that. For anybody who's had their comments missed out, I'm so sorry. But it's been a very, very busy stream. I'm sure you can appreciate how busy this stream has been. We are still at 80 concurrent viewers, and we've been here for 55 minutes now. Can we get to 70 likes? That would be good if we could get 70 likes as well on the live stream. But yeah, I'll wrap it up quite shortly. I may extend it for an extra 5 minutes or so just to get through to the bottom of the live chat. But we are going to wrap this up very, very soon. Now, we have hit 70 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, we've got let's look at one or two more. So we've got Jamie with us. Good evening, Jamie. Thank you for being with us on our live stream. So James is saying, I see everyone's loving the eye candy charts. Yes. Okay, Aidan saying great charts today. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream, everybody. Also, my late night drinker. Is that drinker or what is that? My late night drinker. Hope you guys there have an epic winter. I am liking what I am seeing on the far left side of the maps for northeastern USA. Looks like several coastal storms. Well, thank you so much for being with us from the East Coast. That's Mr. Late Night Drinker. The eyes aren't very good, as always. Thank you for being with us from the East Coast, Mr. Late Night Drinker. And I hope you get the winter that you want. It's always great to see new names in the live chat. So in the live stream and in the live chat. So if you want to join another one of our live streams, we're live streaming on Wednesdays at 6 and Sundays at 6 UK time. So you just need to work that out in terms of your time on the East Coast. I think we're about 5 hours in front of you. So we'll be here again on Wednesday. But thank you for being with us, and I hope you get the winter that you want over there on the East Coast. Kevin, our feet are firmly on the ground, Gav, on a hint of excitement. I've dropped myself in it with this, haven't I, really? Matthew Richards, law of averages, say CFS has to do this at some point. So we shall see. We shall see for that. Richard is saying special gift on its way to Gav's Tales for Mrs. Partridge for the big day. That's lovely, Rich. Thank you so much for that. Alan Jones, what do you think the models are assuming the QBO will do? Good question, Alan. And I don't know is the answer. So as always, when I'm asked a question and I don't know the answer, it's best to be upfront and transparent and honest. And the answer is, I really don't know. I don't know what the models are doing with the CFS, how they are sort of interpreting what's currently going on with the CFS. So honestly, with that, I don't know. Mark, Gavin, if we've been going into ENSO neutral this summer instead of La Nina, would it have been easier for you to have said a classic summer? Possibly, Mark. Yeah, one of the things I was a bit concerned about was the situation in the ENSO region in terms of La Nina. Yes, definitely was. Savvy is going to start putting up his Easter decorations soon. Petipa. A comment from Petipa that I saw. To be fair, it did genuinely cold stuff only around 1 out of 70 runs last year. Yeah, this is a bit different, I think, what we're seeing from the CFS, Petipa. I think it is, but that doesn't mean it's right. It could be, although the CFS being consistent with this lawn blocking, it could be, but it's just consistently wrong. Robert Inchley, hi Gabby, what's your view on Weather Outlook's post on Twitter about winter prospects? Very interesting. I always take very, very seriously if anyone doesn't know, Brian at Weather Outlook incredibly in a tweet, there was sort of a conversation going on Twitter yesterday about winter, and Brian was saying that he thinks the chance of a colder winter this year is greater than it's been for quite some time. And I always take very, very seriously what Brian says. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy and he knows what he's talking about. So Brian says that the signals he's seeing are indicating a better chance of a colder winter this winter. Then I would take that very, very seriously. Iden, CFS seems to track lately as shorter models are starting to pick up the higher pressure from mid-month. Yeah, possibly, Iden. Mike Spikey, time for a cold winter and not had a cold November since the late 80s. We did have one in 1993. Don't forget 2010, of course. A December to remember began in the second half of November of 2010. The first half was mild, though. Jamie, it's often the UK gives us cold winter every 20-30 years. My hopes are 50-50 this year. I think it's a little bit more frequent than that, Jamie. I think probably around 1 in 5, 1 in 7 could be cold. Soft Shallow saying hi, Gav. So people still checking in with us. So thank you so much, everybody. Alpha SB is with us. Good evening, SB. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. And still the comments are coming, so it's absolutely incredible, the response to this. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. I've more or less got to the end of the live chat now, so I've reached the bottom. I know quite a lot of you have had your comments missed out, and I'm really sorry about that. For anybody who has commented, then I'm really sorry. Alpha SB, and I've missed it, I'm really sorry about that. Alpha SB, we will get a cold winter again some year. Definitely. We're going to have a cold winter at some point. Law of averages says it's got to happen before too much longer. Mr. Late Night Drinker, 7677 was probably the coldest when I was young. Yeah, that's a really bad winter in the east of America, wasn't it? Really, really severe. 77. Yeah, that was extraordinarily cold winter. It wasn't that bad here. It did start off cold, then it got a lot milder. Our very cold winter happened at the end of the 70s in 79. Right, so I think we've pretty much come to the end of the live stream. So I'm going to wrap it up there, I think. So thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. Thank you to Savvy for moderating this live stream. It's been absolutely incredible. So thank you to each and every one of you for getting involved. Thank you to Savvy for moderating. Thank you for all of the questions and the comments. And I hope that you have enjoyed it. I'm going to wrap up the stream there. You know what's coming up in the next couple of days, so I don't need to tell you what's coming up. Our next Wednesday live stream, as long as everything goes okay at Dentist on Wednesday, the next live stream will be at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. And next Sunday's live stream, I'm hoping we might have Patal Peng's analogues for winter of 2020-21 for next Sunday's live stream. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will. But if not, then we shall just find something else to look at. It might be a little bit early next Sunday for Patal Peng's Winter 2020-21 analogues, but hopefully we'll have them. Stay safe and stay well, and we'll see you live again on Wednesday. But for this live stream, that's all for now, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for